Hi there. So we're in lockdown again, and in this occasion, we've got three major cities and various areas that are in lockdown. And I've started to see some angry comments from restaurant owners about what it's doing to their businesses, and I totally understand your anger and your frustration. But honestly, that's not going to do any good if you just keep feeling those feelings and venting. What you have to do is push those feelings aside and say to yourself, how can I make this time work for me? And one of the things that you can do is work on your business. When I talk to people about this, normally they say, I don't have the time, I'm working such long hours. Well, guess what? Right now, you're not working all those hours. So you do have some time to work on your business. What I mean by working on your business is, instead of being in the kitchen on the floor, is that you can start to look at what are you doing with your marketing, what are you doing with your team, what are you doing to connect with your customer base. And so I'll give you a few ideas about the kind of things that you can do if you're interested. If you just want to stay angry, you might as well not watch anymore. But if you want to make sure that your restaurant is going to be rocking once we get through this, then it's a good idea to have a listen to this, watch this video, make some notes, and then take some action. So one of the things that I've been talking about recently is Google My Business. I don't know if you know about Google My Business. You probably do. But if you don't, it's something that Google give you free. It's like a mini website. It's got all of your details on there. It's got your address details so that you can appear on Google Maps, contact details, reviews, photos, menus, and so on. So for those of you that do know about it, you'll know that one of the things that you want to do with it is get found on Google. And so when somebody is in your area and they type in restaurant in and then your suburb or area name, you want to come up ranked highly on Google My Business so that they can find you and connect with you. So if you look at what is going on your Google My Business, you'll probably see that there are some things that you could do. You could put more photographs in there. You can correct your opening times, particularly if you're locked down right now. You can go in and do that straight away. You can put video in there. You can make sure that you respond to questions. You can actually put offers in there if you know how to do it. You can post blogs in there. You can put videos in there. There's so many different things that you can do that will let Google know that you're paying attention to it. One of the big things, obviously, is reviews. So if you are working with a database, which all of my clients do, you could take segments of that database and email people and say, would you mind writing me a review on our Google My Business page? Here's a link. One of the things around that that I would suggest you do, that is for my clients, is with your birthday club, look at those who've just been in for their birthdays, or look at those that are having birthdays in last month or this month, and write to them and say, hey, did you come in for your birthday? Did you enjoy it? We'd love to hear from you. Here's a link to go review us on Google My Business. And so by doing those kind of things, now you're not going to get 100% of people do that, maybe 1%, but one more review or 10 more reviews is going to be great for you on Google My Business, and it will lift you up in the search engine rankings. So that's the kind of thing that you can do around Google My Business. The other thing that you could do is work with your staff. Normally one of the things that people say is, we don't have time, our staff are so busy. Well, right now you've got time. So you could work with your front of house staff on how they can upsell and cross-sell. You can work with them on how they present the menu, how they talk about the specials, how they get people to order sides and things like that. If you don't know anything about that sort of stuff, there's a book that I wrote called Selling at the Table, which you can get. It's very cheap, or I have a course about that. But anyway, even just getting them to know more about your product. So give them tastings, samples, talk to them how they can introduce these items to your diners. Another thing that you can think about is connecting with your customer base. So we have a restaurant that's near us, and whenever we go through something like this, she always sells lots of lasagna, moussaka, and winter warmer type food, so curries and things like that. And I went in to see her one time and I talked about the lasagnas, and she said to me she hates cooking them. They are so boring for her to cook, but she's having to do trays and trays and trays and trays of them. So they've got an oven where they just put these massive trays in, and they'll do 5 trays. They'll put them on Facebook and push out a post. And people buy them. And so by the end of the day, they're all sold out. She's made a decent amount of money from that. But the major thing that she's doing is looking after her customers. This is what her customers want right now. Is she the sort of person, the sort of chef that wants to be cooking this all day? No. Is it the sort of restaurant she wants to own? No. But right now, this is what customers want. And if you take care of what they want, they'll take care of you later. So she does, as I said, lasagnas, various flavors, including a vegetarian one. She does moussaka, again, various flavors. She does curries and so on like that, and then markets it out. And when we've gone through this before and then everything reopens, the community support her. They go in there in droves. It's full, it's packed, and people have really, really supported the business through COVID. And the reason for that is that emotionally they feel taken care of by her, and then when it comes time to reciprocate, they go in and take care of her business. So number 1, Google My Business. You can work on that. Number 2, you can work on your selling at the table skills. Number 3, you can work on connecting and looking after your customer base. There's lots more things you could do. You could do online competitions to grow your database. Obviously regularly post on social media, talk about what you are doing, what you're looking forward to do, that kind of thing. But there's lots and lots of things you can do to work on your business so that once we can get going again, people will come in droves to look after you, rather than just hoping that they're going to come through the door. So lots of ideas there. If you want more information from this or about this or how to do these things, go to my blog on the website, restaurantprofits.com.au, and there's blog posts there about all of these things. So there's more instruction there. And if you want to contact me, you can do that through the website as well. All right, I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now.